right. Well, that's a good hand. Yeah, it's a really good hand. I mean, we don't get to do turn 1 Hate Blade, but we get turn 2 Lord and potential Horde Chief or Bondkin follow-up, something like that. No red source, which is worrisome, but considering we don't have any red cards in hand, it's not bad. I think the main issue with what I did wrong with this deck is I didn't focus on a splash color. I didn't choose one of my 3 colors to be my splash color and just didn't really get quite enough fixing. Well, this is interesting. I think now I actually want to do the Hate Blade. I want this thing to get its points of damage in. I mean, potential we don't get to do the turn 3 Horde Chief, but I still think this is just fine. Ooh, Embodiment of Spring. It's kind of nice. Nice because our Hate Blade doesn't care about it mostly. So we just got to make sure we play our Swamp so we keep that illusion alive. And that was a good draw too, actually. Although, admittedly, I would have preferred a Mountain on that one. Let's get the Chief out there. I'm trying to think if the Chief's better than the Bondkin. I think it probably is, yeah. I think it is. Alright, so next turn we likely get a Horde Chief going. If he actually blocks, then I guess we Death Touch and get a Bondkin, but yeah, I would prefer to get the Chief out there. Morph. Makes sense. Turn 3 Morph always makes sense. Alright, let's play a... Well, let's see if he blocks, I guess. I think he just blocks here. Alright, let's deal our damage, play a land, get a Horde Chief pass. Alright. That was a good draw. Yeah, I think we jam that. And the nice thing is we get Chief plus Bondkin this turn, so we're really progressing the board. But yeah, we definitely are going... This is a good turn for Chief of the Edge. Alright, yeah. So we'll do Chief of the Edge. We don't get the Death Touch with the Hate Blade, but that's alright. Still is boosted. And we're attacking for a lot of damage. Typically the 1-mana morphs are like a Monastery Flock, which isn't a big deal, so the morph here just to prevent some damage isn't that big of a deal. Oh, he wants to take out the Lord? Alright. Well, the issue is I don't know which one's the Monastery Flock. But if he just wants to trade a morph, I mean, I don't know which one to kill, really, right? Which one is this? This was the first one. This was the second one. So typically, I think I actually want to kill the second one. I think that's right. The second one typically is the one you play right before you want to unmorph it on turn 5. And the first one you play is one that you think is expendable. That's at least how I do my morph. Maybe I shouldn't have told you guys that in case you play me. You've probably watched me play it though. That's typically how I do my morph. We'll see if he did something similar. Yeah, I think he did. Unless this is the same thing, in which case my point is moot. But let's get the Bondkin out there now. So he did take out our Toughness Lord, but I'm not entirely convinced that's terrible for us. He currently thinks we're probably just black-white, despite a third of our deck being red. Hooting Mandrill's pretty good. There's a red source. But still, we can't play the Barons. But I can Morph plus Outlast, so I am going to play the Mountain. First, though, we just swing with the Hate Blade, of course. All right, I'll make the trade. All right. Mountain, Outlast, Morph, and pass. So we're on the hunt for a Trumpet Blast. I wouldn't mind some Ponyback Brigades for a little token generation. We could probably swing next turn if he doesn't have another creature follow-up. I'm willing to lose my Chief of the Edge to deal... I guess he could block a 2-power guy, so what would that be? He'd still probably take... This thing would have 6 power. Yeah, he'd take way too much damage. So if he doesn't have a solid creature follow-up here, I think I just get in. All right, well, I mean, that's pretty good against this, but it's not the end of the world. Okay. One card left in his hand. Ooh. As much as I'd like to be able to attack here, I don't think I can. So let's Outlast. I think I still play it. Although, does it do anything for me? I guess it makes Trumpet Blast a better top deck. But, I mean, I'd like to raid it. Should I wait around until I can raid it? It also just gets boosted. So it could potentially have 4 power if I get raid. Yeah, I guess well, yeah, because 3 power is not that great on this board with the Hooting Mandrills and all. So I think I am going to wait. I want to get the raid bonus for this Warname Aspirant. Uh-oh. So if he's attacking, then that tells me he's not scared of a 4/3 first strike, which sucks. So he probably has Dragon Scale Boon? Is that what I should guess? I don't feel great about this attack either, unfortunately. I can throw a Horde Chief in just to make him unmorph. I don't want to throw away my Bondkin, I don't think, though. He seems more important. I think I'd just swing Horde Chief, let him eat it, get my raid bonus. Otherwise, I'd just play this, don't lose anything, and just build. I can do that, too. It's actually not that bad. I guess I don't need the raid bonus. All right, let's Outlast, because I want the 5 power if I'm going to attack into anything. Because this could be another one of these 5/5 what's his butt dudes, the Snowhorn Riders, which are pretty good. So let's outlast up to 5. Let's play a Bloodfell Caves and play this dude. No raid, but still 3 power. Just building towards a nice Briber's Purse, building towards oh, okay. We've got some nice, we have some nice potential draws here. I mean, Trumpet Blast is still very good. Briber's Purse would get rid of his blockers. Rite of the Serpent would kill one of these. I didn't get any active treasons, but all of that stuff would be very good here. All right, so I think we just, I don't want to take 10, I don't think. The fact that he's so willing to attack is pretty worrisome. That tells me he's got a nice follow-up. At least the Warning Aspirant can get by the embodiment. I might need to just throw away a 2-1 warrior. But then again, maybe I just go down to 8. It's kind of challenging, actually. I'm not sure. I guess I prevent 6. I mean, preventing 6 seems like it's going to be pretty beneficial for us. Alright, Smoke Teller's not a huge deal, especially since we still have a pretty good attack here. Ooh, Briber's Purse, great. So, yeah. That's pretty... He can attack us back for 12 at most. So yeah, I think we just do the Briber's Purse now. He's only got 1 card left. I think this is the turn this is kind of the make or break it turn. So I think what we're going to do is Briber's Purse, stop the Smoke Teller, swing team. He blocks embodiment on Bondkin, ditches it, gets a land, takes 3, 6, 9, goes to 5, cracks back for 12. We go to 2 at best. If he has any sort of damage or removal, we're in trouble. But I think at this point we're just doing a nice healthy race here. I definitely don't want him to be able to block with Smoke Teller this turn though, because I want to crack in with everything. So I think we do actually, although I guess, I think that's still right. I think that's right. So let's, we got nothing else going on. So let's just Briber's Purse for, what is that? 6, and then we can still use it to get rid of the Smoke Teller. Okay. And this is hoping he doesn't have any burn spells or pump, but I think I'm just going to have to accept that. So this can't block. We're getting in a lot of damage this turn, potentially. Guess he could have the Dragon Scale boon, in which case I'm dead, but I'm not going to play around it. I'm just hoping it's not his last card. Oh, he did. Okay. Well, it's devastating, but oh, it was Bring Law. Okay. It's still devastating. I was hoping he didn't have anything. So he gets to block our Horde Chief and we only deal 7. But I guess that still halves him, so that's good. If I can draw an Arrow Storm, Arrow Volley Storm, whatever that, I can never remember that stupid card's name. There's too many cards with the same similar name. But the one that deals 5 to him, I think that's our out here. We saw a lot of lands too. Got to keep that in mind. All right, that's going to be big trouble in likely game. So, nope, Mountain doesn't do it. Pretty sure we lose now. I guess I have to play defensive. Yeah, and then I guess I Briber's Purse his, locks it on. So that's kind of the position we're in now, which is not great. Admittedly, not that great. I mean, we still have outs, but unfortunately, they're getting fewer and further between. So, guess we make the Loxodon unable to attack this turn. I do have the first striker up, so that's pretty relevant. Him having that bring low is pretty bad news for us. It was really the difference between Arrow Volley Storm winning and Arrow Volley Storm potentially not winning here. At least he can't really attack in. I've got that going for me. But he's still getting relevant spells, so we have to do the same or we're not going to be able to keep up. Oh, I wish. I wish you had Raid. So I guess we just play it and pass. Just need our opponent to miss a couple turns, and I think we're going to be doing better. It's our way to come back. He just misses a couple turns. We draw like a Pony Back Brigade. I mean, Pony Back Brigade really, I feel like, is going to be huge because it buys us some time, which we desperately need. Unfortunately, oh, he did miss. Okay, good. So that's good. Unfortunately, we missed 2. That sucks. So we can't do anything. We basically need to not miss for like 3 turns and really start turning this around. If our opponent just misses for like 3 turns and we hit, I think that would have been just like our main way to really come back into this. But him getting Morph is certainly not good for us, since it's more stuff we can't account for, and we just can't really do all that much. Yeah, so we're just drawing terribly and falling behind, unfortunately, now. So I think that's 2 or 3 turns now where he's hit and we missed. So I just don't think that we're going to be able to win if that's how we're going to draw. There is a lot. By the way, I think I mentioned this before. There are a ton of good draws on this board state. Just a ton. Right of the Serpent for his huge dude, and then Bondkin can hold down the board against everything. But yeah, we're definitely not going to win if he keeps hitting and we miss. So we really need to draw some nice spells here. Yeah, he just refuses to miss, unfortunately. So now we have to lock down his Trampler. Yeah, I think this game's over, unfortunately. Really sucks. But what can I say? Our opponent drew better than we did. I can't do anything when our opponent draws better than we do. I really can't, as much as I like to. If I block with the Bondkin here, it just dies. I guess I just chump block a couple times because, yeah, we're just dead. I just didn't draw good enough. That's basically what the the bottom line is. I just didn't draw good enough. Yeah, injury's terrible here. Might as well kill this, see what it is. Alright, so he's got multiple Snowhorn Raiders. Riders, rather. Yeah, we're dead. We're very dead. So that sucks. I'm hoping that we don't draw as many lands game 2, but certainly draw the colored sources we need. It's very unfortunate because we had a good turn progression too. So I'm actually just not very confident about this game anymore, or this match after that. Maybe it's just because we drew so many lands, you know. I think we just really need to have a game where we don't draw 10 lands, and I'm going to feel a lot better. There was a point where we really could have won that. I think there was a point, and then it came down to top deck mode, and I really got destroyed. So that sucks. Control creatures can't block this turn. I mean, I think the problem with Barrage of Boulders is I just don't have enough 4-power guys, so I can't realistically make that happen. I only have 2 dudes that have the power necessary to get by his guys. All right, let's just play again, and I'm just going to cross my fingers we can draw better. I think that's all I've got. Alright, definitely want to play first, and yeah, this hand's fine. We got all three of our colors, so nothing wrong with this hand. A little bit too many lands, but that's alright. Warname Aspirant would actually be a really good top deck, since it would let us get a 3-power guy turn 2. Alright, well, if we get a black source off the top, at least we can threaten our 1 damage. Ooh, well, I did get the Aspirant, so that's actually great news, because Aspirant can't even get blocked by Embodiment of Spring. So he gets to block our 1-power guy here, but we get the final laugh because we get our Warname Aspirant. Maybe he doesn't realize I just want to generate raid. I would think that would actually be pretty obvious that I just want to generate raid since I'm attacking it and I don't have a black source. And he's already seen Warname Aspirant in multiples, so I think it's just a clear telegraph I'm trying to play Warname Aspirant with raid. I don't even know what I could do at 2 mana that would punish him blocking here. I can't think of anything. Feet of Resistance doesn't do it. Dragon Grips can't be played yet. I'm not even sure there's a card in the format that can do it. Well, our opponent got disconnected for a really long time, but he's back now. He still can definitely win this. He's got 5.5 minutes, and he only needs to take 1 game, so we're gonna have to put that pressure on the best we can. At least he can't block the Warname Aspirant. I guess we got. Oh well, he had the perfect 2-drop. Unfortunately for us, that does suck. Well, I guess that works. I think we just play Swamp, attack with Hate Blade. Doesn't want to make the trade. We'll get our Bondkin morphed and down. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think it's really going out on a limb to say our opponent's deck is better than ours. He had the perfect defense set up early, which is really bad for us. And he's got all of mana now. He's got plenty of threats. So he's kept up with our turn progression perfectly, which really punishes us more harshly since our entire deck hinges on punishing early and then cleaning up late. We've managed to barely touch the surface of punishment early, so that is pretty frightening. We also are just pretty much out of good threats after this take up arms. We have 2 of each color though, I guess that's good. But we're definitely in some trouble here. Yeah, it's pretty bad for us too, I guess. Alright, so we're going to take 4. Oh. No attacks. It's interesting. Alright, that was an awful draw. Anytime we get land now, it's just very bad for us. Let's see how long he's willing to take Hate Blade. Alright, he's done taking it. He's had enough. Now we'll pass. When he attacks with the Grizzly, I guess we'll block with a couple warrior tokens. Basically pay 5 mana to kill a Grizzly and get a 1/1 warrior. Not the best, not gonna lie. Yeah, I think we're going to lose. I'm not feeling any degree of confidence in this game anymore. Mostly because he already has a better board state than we do, and we have nothing. So we're in pure top deck mode. That was a great draw. I could slam the pony. There's real no... I'm trying to think of any reward. He's got actual removal, so I definitely want to hard cast Ponyback Brigade. Because if he kills it and I don't get any value, then I'm in big trouble. So I think we just get our tokens and hope to top deck a El Trumpito Blast. But yeah, I'm still not feeling hyper confident about this game because we know he's got multiple 5/5 tramplers in his deck. We don't know what the cards in his hand are. And we are out of gas. So top deck mode. We've got to... Let's play with confidence. I need a Trumpet Blast off the top now. I'd like a Rite of the Serpent off the top now. Debilitating Injury would have been pretty decent there. Well, he did have the removal, so I guess I'm kind of happy I hard cast the Ponyback Brigade. Yeah, multiple morphs. It's not very good for us. That was an awful draw, so now we pass. Probably a 5/5 trampler, so I think I just take it. Or a 6-power guy, so that's actually much worse for us since a chump block there would have been very good. That was an awful draw. Yep. So unfortunately, it's just going to be one of those things where our opponent keeps drawing action and we keep drawing lands. So can't do much about that. Let's see. All right. Well, Lord here is good since we actually have some warriors we can attack in with now. So let's swing with these guys. I'm going to guess that's a 5/5 trampler. That was an awful draw. Yeah, I wonder why we're drawing so many lands. I'm kind of confused by that. When action would help us so much. Well, I think I'm just going to swing into a morph. Maybe I don't. Well, I guess I don't. No real reason to push it since at this point I think my only hope of winning is timing our opponent out. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not very confident about that either. Well, guess I'm glad I didn't attack. Yeah, we just don't have enough time to win, I don't think, anymore. Ponyback Brigade, maybe it would buy us some time. But, yeah, we're just not in a real winning position here, I don't think. So I think what I'm going to do is chump here and then just try and kill this guy. I could lose all my warrior tokens and keep the chief, but I'm just going to do it like that. Playing a horde chief by attacking with a warrior. Let's see how he blocks. I guess it does the same thing, so maybe he'll take it. Or block with the embodiment or something. So, same thing happened. There's just a chance we could have gotten a damage in. So, Rite of the Serpent would buy us a little bit of time. Bondkin is a non-land card, so I guess pretty acceptable on that front. Alright, so he's got multiple flyers now. It's going to be pretty bad for us. That's awful for us. It looks like we lose. Yeah, exactly lethal. Alright, well that was a depressing match. I'll see you round 2.